And part 4 of explaining the lore of Warhammer 40,000. So, we've covered the golden age of technology and early humanity's rise to supremacy, and then their fall during the Age of Strife or Old Night, and led up to the Unification Wars, where the Emperor has taken over Earth again. Before we go any further, I have to explain something to you, and it's called the Primarch Project. So at this point, E-Dog runs the Earth, and he has the Adeptus Custodes and the Thunder Warriors to thank for that. But there's a problem. While the Thunder Warriors were perfect for the job of retaking Earth from the despotic warlords that had controlled it, the Thunder Warriors have a series of problems. They're not meant to last. In fact, by the end of the Unification Wars, they're already showing an enormous amount of genetic breakdown. They're turning into homicidal maniacs, they're becoming uncontrollable. So, in the final battle of the Unification Wars, there is the Battle of Mount Ararat. According to official Imperial history, the Battle of Mount Ararat was the day that the Thunder Warriors were wiped out to a man, destroying the last of the Techno-Barbarian strongholds. What actually happened was the Adeptus Custodes were ordered to wipe them out, to destroy them entirely, and they did. For the most part, a few escaped, but they don't matter. They were destroyed entirely because they were becoming uncontrollable, and they were not suited for what was coming next. Now, alongside the Adeptus Custodes in the wiping out of the Thunder Warriors were early Proto-Astartes, early Space Marines, but where did they come from? The Emperor's plan was always to retake the entire old Earth Federation, all the old planets that were thrown out throughout the stars that were controlled by humans at one time. Well, for that he needed an army, but more importantly for that army, he needed generals. He gathered together the best scientists and used his own genetic material to create 20 sons. These dudes were powerhouses, and each one of them represented an aspect of the Emperor's temperament or his abilities. I'll cover each one individually later. During their gestation process, remember that hell dimension I was telling you about? Chaos? More about that later. But short story, the realm of chaos is run by supremely evil intelligences that saw the Primarchs as a massive threat. So, using their abilities to control the warp, they snatched away the 20 Primarchs and scattered them throughout the galaxy. Well, from the genetic material of the Primarchs that were in gestation at the time, the Emperor used those to create the Adeptus Astartes. For the Space Marines, the soldiers with which he would use to conquer the galaxy.